First of all, I congratulate all of you under the banner of JFTU for organizing a massive hunger strike here. You are all well aware the reason for which we are sitting here and observing this hunger strike. Even after 42 months, it is already over. From 1st August 2017, we are due for wage revision. This management, except for the initial talk on that, 2 years back they called the trade unions. They had a discussion with us. What they said, the company in the present situation, we could not offer anything at present. You know that at that time it was the election due. They quoting the election, they have not offered anything to general insurance employees. But the assurance, then GIPSA chairman, Mr. Dilja Kumar has given an assurance. Whenever the new government is being taken over, definitely we are sure that we will get you the wage revision. That wage revision will be definitely not any percentage lesser than the other financial sector. Because at that time in the banking industry, they already offered 10% and also in LIC they have offered 10%. Now it is almost in the banking industry, the wage revision is concluded and employees have received their arrears also. In the LIC, it is being offered 16% as of now. In banking industry, it has been settled with 15%, and in LIC now they have offered 16%. This is the situation. In the history of general insurance industry, this is the first time we are facing. Whenever any wage revision talks is being taken place in the past, simultaneously when the wage revision is being held in banking industry and LIC, in general insurance industry also will be called simultaneously. This was the history so far we have seen it. Even I remember last two wage revision before, the situation was similar to this. In banking industry they offered 8%, LIC also, but in general insurance they say that beyond 5% we will not increase anymore. At that time JFTU has taken a decision, yes we will go for two days strike, 2 days continuous strike out was given, and finally the management relented. What they said that we will not relent, we have made them to understand what is our demand and made them to come down, and they offered, and finally we could able to get on par with banking and LIC. That was the history. Today the situation is something different. Not only the management but also the government, they want to divide the working class. That is the main issue behind it. It is all going on. They are not ready to make the entire working class to unite. They want to divide them so that they can do. They want to still, they say that we are all opposing even the British rulers. But what the British rulers advocated, they want to now follow. Divide and rule policy. This is the situation now it is going on. They do not want to have the permanent employees in the public sector institutions. Not only in the public sector institution but throughout India, anywhere in any even private industries, they do not want any permanent employees to be there. Because once public, whether it is a public sector or in the private companies, permanent employees are there means naturally all the social benefits like provident fund, like pension, they have to give. suitably using this pandemic period, they have amended all the laws. Labor laws, totally they have amended. Trade union law, they have amended. Earlier there was a provision, if you are having 7 members, if you join together you can register the trade union. Today they have amended it in such a way that minimum 100 employees should be there. They have to unite together to register the trade union, or 10% of the total employees should be there. This is the situation. So they do not want any trade union to exist in any industry, whether it is a publisher industry or a private companies. This is the situation. This is the government now we are facing. Okay, as far as our industry is concerned, whether we are not eligible for any wage revision, whether we have not shown any increase in business, we have shown a lot. We have improved a lot. In spite of that, we are being denied, and so far the management is not ready to call us for any wage revision discussion. Last wage revision between 2012 to 2017, that is already over. During that period itself, we have increased a premium of 25,000 crore between 2012 and 2017. In spite of the reasons, nearly about 4,000 to 5,000 employees have retired or died or taken VRs. This is the situation. In spite of very much reduction in the working force in our industry, during the last wage revision period, we could able to increase 25,000 crores of premium. In spite of that, this management is now not ready to begin the wage revision process. Even after 2017, that is 1/8/2017, 17-18, the financial year if you take it, as on date also if you compare it, nearly about another 15,000 crores of rupees of premium we have increased. Even during this pandemic period, our companies have fared well, done it well. Even you could be able to see, even if you go to IRDA website, you could be able to know what is the premium now we have procured. This is the situation. Whenever we ask this management, they say we have given all the inputs to the central government. The DFS officials, they have asked us, we have given. But so far, nothing has been done in this regard. Earlier, last wage revision, we could able to get you in the history of trade union. Again, we have to say, the joint forum has fought like anything. We could able to get you 17.5% in the history. This is the first time in the history of entire general insurance industry, our wage revision issue. Last wage revision we could able to get 17.5%. Because of the reason, individually trade unions have fought in the industry. In spite of that, when all the trade unions and associations join together, if we fight, definitely we could able to achieve. That is the reason last wage revision is a massive. I think everybody would have got sumptuous arrears last wage revision. This so happened. Then after that, one more option for pension. Everybody knows it. Even after 22 years, 1995 our pension scheme has come into being. 1997 one more option has been given. Some of the people have not opted. They have made so much calculations. I will be getting lakhs of rupees when I retire. I am not bothered about this pension. Today also there are young comrades here, they are sitting here. They may also in their mind, they are receiving 10% on basic plus DA for new pension, the contribution of the management, and also they are also contributing towards that. Now we have made a demand, it should be enhanced to 14%. That is the demand which we have placed. So when one more option for pension issue has come, even last wage revision we fought, earlier wage revision we have fought that it has to be again given to the employees. Because those who made a calculation, they thought that they have wrongly calculated. Finally, everybody wants that the social security scheme and everybody has to be covered under the pension scheme. And finally, we could have it too. We means the joint forum. The total efforts of joint forum, all the trade unions joined together. We sought an appointment with late our finance minister Arun Jaitley. 2 years back, I remember. We met him. He finally assured us, we are going to give you. Because all the workings, including the management, we made the GIPSA to send the workings. As trade unions, we have given all the inputs to the management and also to the finance minister. Finally, the employees who have been recruited up to 1/4/2010, everybody has been given one more option for pension. And today almost those employees 100%, except still 1 or 2 could not able to pay back the money. That is the reason they could not able to opt for pension. But almost 100% of the employees have opted for pension. After 1/4/2010, there were good number of officers have been recruited directly, and also in the class 3 also people, the staff have been in the cadre of assistant, they have been recruited. Today they do not have that social security. New pension scheme, every month, every day they can go into the particular website or the account number which has been given to them. They could have it definitely, every day they can monitor how much my fund has earned, everything we can. But the problem is, at the time of retirement, how much it is going to be is the big question. That is the reason today all the trade unions and also JFTU has given a call or made a demand that scrap new pension scheme, because we want when you retire, after retirement your future has to be secure and you have to get a defined pension has to be given to you. The basic salary on which now today the employees who are enjoying that pension scheme linked with the dearness allowance, 50% of their basic salary at the time of retirement they are going to get the basic pension. Not only that, they are going to get the dearness allowance. In the same way, you should also get it. In that way, for the new recruits, the demand has been made and it is placed before the management that everybody has to be given the old pension scheme and scrap totally the new pension scheme. However, in the meantime, one more demand also the joint forum, other trade unions, we have placed it. 14% of management contribution has to be given for that. This is because in the central government, in the last wage settlement, the government has introduced or enhanced new pension scheme contribution by the government from 10 to 14%, not the employees. Employees will contribute only 10% of basic plus DA, whereas the government will contribute 14% of basic plus DA, so that little more fund will be given to you. That is the idea of the central government. The idea behind the central government is, we will not give you the old pension scheme. That is the idea. That is why they are ready to give under this, but not as a old pension. That is the idea of the central government. Whatever might be, comrades, especially for our new recruits, just I want to make an appeal. It is not contradictory, because some of the comrades have asked, on the one side you are asking or making a demand, old pension scheme has to be given to everybody. Contrary to that, you are demanding 14% of basic plus DA for new pension scheme, or is the contribution of the management. It is not so, it is not contradictory. Till such time, the old pension scheme is restored or given to all the employees. Let you give it this 14% of basic plus DA to this employees till such time. It's a temporary arrangement in between. That is the demand the trade unions today have placed before this management and the government, that it has to be given. When we have given all the services or all the improvements in this industry, why we have to be denied? Why the wage revision has to be delayed? This management do not have any answer. Even in Chennai, we met Chairman Jipsa. We posed the question to him. Of course, we know that they are having limitations. They can go and plead to the ministry officials, please you do something. So this is for us to give more compulsion to this management to again go to the ministry, showing that there is unrest among the employees. If you are not going to give, definitely they are going to escalate their agitational programs. Yes, we are going to escalate. Already JFT has given a call. 3rd February there will be 1 hour walkout. 24th February there will be 2 hours walkout. Even after that also, this government or this management is not calling the trade unions for discussion. Definitely we will further escalate into strike and strikes. You have to be prepared for that. Don't think that this government just sitting here by hunger strike or 1 hour walkout or 2 hour they will relent. No, this is not that such a government now today we are having. Please understand. What type of government is this? No sooner during the earlier term, not this term, earlier term, when they were not having absolute majority, or though they are having absolute majority, but not this many number of MPs they were not having during this last tenure. During that period itself, they have brought in amendment to our Insurance Act, into our Jibna Act. What they have brought in, everybody would have been remembering that. From 26% to 49% foreign direct investment for private players. At the same time, what they have tried to do for public general insurance companies also, you can disinvest your shares up to 49%. For what purpose? They are mentioning in that. Because public general insurance companies have to penetrate the rural area. If you penetrate the rural area, definitely your solvency margin will come down. That is the assessment of the central government. But they do not know whether they are knowing fully well they have done or not. We do not know, because even prior to that itself, we have opened under the financial inclusion, nook and corner we have already penetrated the rural area. This is the history, this is the thing we have done already. Whenever more than 10,000 citizens are there living in that area, we are having either in the name of business center or micro office. All the 4 companies have named differently, but we have already penetrated the rural area. Conveniently forgetting that the central government tried their best in the parliament, but they could not succeed during that period. After that, they, along with Congress, take them into confidence. They amended the Insurance Act, amended the Jibna Act especially. That is more important. Jibna Act is being amended means then only it will be directly, it will affect our public sector general insurance companies. Today, because of that amendment in General Insurance Business Nationalization Act, last 2 years before, New India has diverted or disinvested up to 14.65% of their share to the market. It is really pathetic. The CMD of New India was advocating the employees, you go and buy the shares, we will arrange for you the loan. They had a tie-up arrangement. They called their 2 or 3 banking officials. They called all the employees. We are ready to give you. Get it. At the rate of nearly about 750 to 850 rupees per share. What the management or the government said, if you are going to disinvest the shares, common man will buy the shares. Who will buy 750 to 850 rupees per share, and they do not know how much return they will get at that time? Nobody will do. Who will buy? Big industrialists like Adani, Ambani. Always we have to tell them, because these people have taken the money of the banking industry, make them NPAs, lot of NPAs, because of them only it has happened. They are having so much money in their hands. They can buy the shares, not the common man. So once it is disinvested, who will be taking more number of shares? Only those big corporates will take that shares. Finally, they will try to be in our board, being a member. That is the reason the unions are opposed to that. We don't want this disinvestment. Without disinvestment, and this company could be able to do this much business. Our comrades earlier, those who have spoken, they have told, yes, with 19.5 crore initial investment, the government has nationalized these industries. GIC was the holding company, other 4 companies were the subsidiaries of that. 19.5 crores alone. With that, our company was nationalized in 1971. When the government decided to permit these companies to get the capital from the open market, these companies put together were having 650 crores of capital. After 19.5 crore, not a single naya paisa this government has given to this public sector industries to infuse further capital, though they have not given. With our own source, we could be able to make this 19.5 crore into 650 crores of these 4 companies. Have we not done the business? Exceedingly well, excellently we have done it. Yes, of course, there will be loss in the company. It is because the nature of business of the company itself is, it will be a loss maker. LIC is not a problem. Only twice they are going to pay the money back, either on maturity or on debt. Till such time they can have all the funds in their hand and they can invest like anything and they could be able to make more money. In banking industry, the same thing. Except because of this non-performing assets, otherwise they are earning profit. All the profits are being adjusted towards the non-performing assets. Otherwise they are creating more funds, they are earning more profit. They do not have any problem to pay, or they do not find at any time any loss. Whereas our general insurance industry alone, if you see, today if you are giving a policy, another 2 hours after if any accident is taking place, immediately we have to pay back the money. This is the situation. And we cannot expect at any time this general insurance industry will make profit. It is not possible at all. Not only that, we are carrying out all the welfare schemes of this government. Pradhan Mantri, Fasal Bima Yojana. Who is doing? Only our public sector general insurance companies. It is a totally loss making, no problem. Because this public sector institution means naturally we have to be the common man friendly. For that only this company has been nationalized. Because it has to go to nook and corner of the country to reach out to the common man. With this understanding, this company is being nationalized. That is the reason we accept that. Yes, we are ready to do that. For Jan Dhan bank account, those who recently opened the bank account, the we are giving the personal accident benefit. Hardly for 12 rupees we are giving 2 lakh coverage. What is the experience? It is a totally loss again. 300% loss, they say. The same thing now. Mr. Modi wants to give health coverage to everyone, common man. 50 crores of population, he wants to give medical coverage. Pradhan Mantri, our health scheme is being introduced. Who's taking care? Who is taking care? Our Public General Insurance Company is taking care. Naturally, we will be incurring loss because we are being looted by these hospitals. There is a nexus between third-party administrator and his hospital. If you go with anybody goes with the TPA card, they will say, yes, today for you, it is room rent is 1000. If you are not going with that, room rent will be 500 rupees. This is going on, everybody knows it. This government is not ready to regulate these hospitals. They are having for hotels, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star. Based on that, the rating will be fixed. What about these hospitals? They are not ready to touch it. We do not know the reason why they are not doing it. The government today, what it feels is, they do not want to give any budgetary support for these health schemes. They don't want to open more number of hospitals or strengthen it further. But on the contrary, they want to just shirk away their responsibility, and in the name of this insurance, 5 lakh coverage for any family floater policy they will give. They want to cover 50 crores of population. We are ready to do that, even at the loss, no problem. But showing all these things, you cannot definitely refuse wage revision for us. That is the thing. When you can refuse wage revision, if we are not showing any growth, if we are not doing our duties, we are meticulously doing it. 100% our policy issuance is there. Thanks to our computerization, today we could able to fight with private players because of earlier we have done it the computerization. Today, immediately we are issuing the policy 100%. Claim settlement more than 90%. What else is required? To assess our productivity, to assess our serviceability, how you will, only this is the criteria under which you could able to assess it. Then why you are denying it? Tell us. If government is being an impediment, you have to go and sit with them. Tell them, I cannot sit here. CMD has to definitely tell them, I cannot sit here, because always these trade unions, they are on carrying the programs of actions. We could not peacefully sit here. Give us the mandate, we will go and have a discussion. This is the thing what we want to tell you, comrade. This management, even after this many program of actions, if they are not ready to call us immediately for discussion, definitely, comrade, this joint forum will not leave the things. We assure you on behalf of JFT and as General Secretary of JIA, definitely we will not leave this management. JFT will not leave this management. Trade unions will not leave this management. Employees, you should not leave this. That is more important. As a token, since all the employees cannot sit here, only few we are sitting here for everybody, including general manager. Including general manager, up to general manager, we are fighting for them. But what this management is doing, they issue a circular. What? Some of the trade unions have given a call. Even demonstration also, they will issue the circular. Hunger strike, they will issue the circular. Strike call, they will issue the circular. Strike, of course, we could able to understand. By demonstrating for half an hour or 1 hour, they are issuing a circular, no work, no pay. They are threatening the employees, especially the new recruits. Please keep it in mind. Unless otherwise we sacrifice something, we cannot get it. Please let us understand. We have to sacrifice. Then only we will get. This management is issuing a circular. What they say? Even for demonstration, they will immediately lower the pay. How it is? Ridiculous. We are also demanding for you general manager, for you deputy general manager, for you chief regional managers. There are managerial cadres. They will not participate in any strike. Up to scale for only the trade unions. We are for you also. Please understand. Who asked you to go for this circular? Of your own, you are amending your CDA rules. What for? It is failure on your part. Your salary has to be cut for that. If any employee has not done any work, immediately what they do? Give a charge sheet. They are not obeying this in our officials. You have not done. You have miserably failed. Has HR or DGM personnel or GM personnel or the CMD. You miserably failed for more than 42 months. You have not settled the wage revision. It is an HR issue. Whether you have done anything, nothing. Then what? You have to be done with. This is the type of management. Whatever the central government says, they will immediately obey for that. Especially national management. What they have done? Account apprentices they have brought in for 2 years contractual basis.